Hello again, folks. It's Barry with Barry's 8-track and classic car radio repair. And yep, we have another customer's unit to demonstrate before we ship it back out. This is the very popular Akai CR83D component deck. And a little bit about the Akai part numbers. The letter D at the end of a model number says that it's a deck as opposed to a complete unit with a built-in speaker amplifier. And the CR81, the CR80, and the I believe also the GXR82 and also the CR80DSS. Those are all decks, and they also have a companion without the D that have their own built-in speaker amplifiers. As far as the CR83 goes, I haven't yet seen that deck with this built-in speaker amplifier, so there may not be a CR83 on the Akai, it's just a CR83D, but I confess that I have not seen every single deck that's ever been made, so I could be wrong on that. Anyway, just a couple things I'll point out here. As is stated in my terms and conditions, I don't work on the tape counters because they're just not made very well to begin with. It's nothing but plastic gears, and there's always a worm gear that splits, and then it hangs up the mechanism as it goes around and makes that and the worm gear hits that crack, and it just doesn't want to operate smoothly. So and parts are not available to fix the tape counters, so I don't work on the counters at all. In fact, I just disconnect them from the mechanism so that if they are going to hang up, they're not going to slow the tape down and cause erratic operation. This CR83 had a bad motor, which is fairly common, not real common, but fairly common with this model. And the Akai CR83 is one of the few decks for which I have the exact replacement motors. I can fit my adjustable speed motor into just about any deck as long as there's about 3 inches of clearance. With the CR83, I'm fortunate enough to have actually hundreds of exact replacement motors for this one. So we're just going to go ahead and run this thing through a quick test, make sure everything works before we ship it back to the customer. And as has been the case for most of my videos, we're going to use little temptations. And I got it plugged into my test receiver, and so we're ready to hear some temps.
Girl, I can't
now, one thing you'll notice about the CR83 is there's a little bit of delay on the track change function. We're going to change tracks. It doesn't respond immediately when the track change is called for. It takes a few milliseconds. And I just noticed on this tape, on track 1, there's a couple of little beeps, and that's from troubleshooting other decks where I inject a signal, and it ends up being recorded onto the tape accidentally. So it's not a problem with the deck; it's a problem with my tape. I'm gonna hit our pause. Okay, I'm gonna take it off a pause. Hit our fast forward. And it is now in fast forward mode, which is usually about twice the normal speed, so it's not a really quick fast forward. And as is usually the case, you'll get the best sound if you push your cartridge to the left a little bit after you insert it, and I'm going to explain that in just a moment here. Okay, I think that's a thorough test. So we're going to pull the cartridge out, and now I'll explain why you sometimes need to move the cartridge to the left after you put it in. The only thing holding a tape cartridge to the head is this little notch here on the right side. and so naturally there's a roller pushing against that notch, and that makes the tape want to sway that way. So when you push it in, the sound may not be too bright until you move it to the left. Okay, at that time it's okay, but you can see we can move it to the right and we lose a lot of our brightness there. Move it to the left, and there's our brightness back. Okay, so we'll switch tracks a few more times. Okay, so that's a pretty thorough test. Everything's working properly, and she's ready to go back to the customer. This is a short and sweet test, not much to test on this unit. This is Barry with Barry's 8-track and classic car radio repair. If you have an 8-track unit either for home or for car use that's in need of service, you can reach me directly at 928-533-9666. I also do FM conversions on classic car AM radios. We can add Bluetooth, USB, line inputs, and sometimes even double the number of FM station presets. So if you need any of that work done, you can reach me for those reasons also. My website is in the description below. If you go on my website, you're going to learn a heck of a lot about 8-track players, at least on the technical end of things. There's just a wealth of information on my websites. Thank you very much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.